Hey guys, it's Mr. Faun, and I am doing my review of the episode of Object Terror, Episode 4. So first of all, what I gotta say first, and is basically the biggest thing that came up to me, the biggest red flag, was that this episode felt inconsistent in the pacing. There are two different writers in this episode, which are Lego Boy, and the Wuggle Jack. That's basically like a recipe for disaster because they have two completely different writing styles. Jack tends to write episodes that feel long and focusing on character development rather than the challenges, which is different than he used to do everything. It's because it's definitely changed from episode 5 and 6. So, Lego, however, likes to jam everything into a 7-minute episode, and most of it is just challenges. Most of it is not character development. Those two different styles contradict each other, so the episode either feels rushed or too long in different parts. So let's talk about, I was talking about types of handwriting, so let's talk about that for a while. So there are two different styles Object shows they generally have two different writing group types. The first type is a large group of people. They all write the episode together, and writing turns out to be a disastrous, shitty thing when it's done. However, when they start editing it, the episode becomes consistent because there's that many people, and they all have different opinions and points of view, so the episode is an amalgamation of other people's opinions that has been formed over time. The second type is a single person, the type of object show that I have. That one person writes the whole episode. This works because the episode, it feels consistent with the character personalities in the episode pacing because they don't change. Because there's only one writer. Those shows with this are usually bad because this method is unpopular and the person writing it usually has bad writing skills. So let's talk about the character development. One thing that I like to throw around a lot. So I won't say that the character development in this episode relied too much on things happening rather than a conversation happening. Other things happening. Most of the time an accident happened or someone overheard someone else talk about some things and that was what led to the development. Those instances usually turn into a sob story or two people becoming friends, which makes it predictable and the show boring to watch. Personally, I didn't really mind this episode and didn't regard it as the worst show ever. It's obviously better than it used to be, but some parts still need a bit of work. I personally give this episode a 55 or 63%. Hopefully you like this review of Object Terror, and try putting this video on a .75 speed because I talk really fast.